I guess it's just gonna be us for the time being. Well, Neo's coming in a sec, so... Hey Skipper, you wanna take over Edgeworth real quick before Neo shows up?
Detective Bad. Did you know of the existence of the item in this photograph?
Of course I did. It's my job to know everything related to the Yatagrasu case.
In that case, let me ask you something. Did you know that the knife that killed Mr. Faraday and the Yatagarasu's key are one and the same?
What? That's impossible!
Oh fuck. It looks like you didn't know after all. Oh fuck.
This piece of evidence, which we call the Yatagarasu's key, is actually a well-camouflaged knife. Mr. Faraday was planning to use this Yatagarasu's key to prove that Mr. Rell was not the real Yatagarasu. Isn't that correct?
I guess so.
However, Mr. Faraday had no idea that it was, in fact, a knife.
Oh hey, Smash.
That's right, I had to give my mom her meds real quick.
That's fine.
Yeah, I have to admit neither one of us knew that fact. And if neither of us knew then, no one in law enforcement knew either. How do we miss something as big as this?
I noticed that since a little while ago, you appear to be searching for something. I presume that this key is what you are searching for.
Yeah, that's right.
And why were you searching for it?
Because I promised Faraday. I promised I'd protect that key with my life. But after he was killed, the key disappeared from Faraday's evidence bag. Who would have thought that the key is what took Faraday's life?
You could say it was the key.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey.
Detective Bad. So that we may finally find the truth, please testify for me once more.
Alright. But it doesn't matter how many times I tell you about what happened. Nothing will change.
Detective Bad. I ask that you please testify once more about what happened in lobby number 2 and what you experienced in lobby number 1.
My answer is still the same. And this is the last time I'm going to do this.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty positive, yes.
That's fine, because I only need this one last time to clear everything up. And find the truth behind this case.
I was in lobby number 1 talking with you. We were talking about some trivial things. I heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to reconvene. When we heard it, you and I immediately dashed out into the hallway together. I saw Gumshoe goofing around there, and then we all ran to lobby number 2.
Thank God you weren't here for my Franziska attempt. Jesus fuck.
Uh-oh. It sounds like the exact same story he told us before.
Higher octave clavier, basically.
Indeed. However, I feel that we have yet to draw out all the information that we can.
Hold it!
Until you heard the gunshot, did you notice anything else was out of the ordinary?
I didn't hear any other strange sounds until that gunshot.
If the gunshot Detective Bad heard was really the one from the murder, that would give the other piece of evidence an entirely different meaning. I ask that you please amend your testimony with that statement just now.
Sure. I didn't hear any other strange sounds until that gunshot.
You are a liar.
You are a liar.
Detective Bad, does this balloon fragment remind you of anything?
It's the same color as the one Kay was holding.
Uncle Bat.
Oh, so you know about that girl's balloon?
Yeah, I was sitting with her up in the gallery. During the recess, just before we split up, I filled that balloon up for her.
I huffed and I puffed and I blew some hot air in that balloon. And then I met a dog.
Well, as you may have already surmised, this piece did in fact come from Kay's balloon.
So, what about the balloon?
I wonder if you might remember hearing this balloon pop at some point.
What are you getting at?
This fragment was found in the hallway, right in front of lobby number 2. Furthermore, it was the sound of this balloon popping that the judge mistook as a gunshot.
Oh, So the sound that the judge heard was not actually a gunshot, huh?
On top of that, His Honor said that he heard the balloon pop about 20 minutes before the trial was to reconvene.
Yes, which means that His Honor heard the balloon pop in the hallway. When you were in
What?
lobby number 1, Detective Bad. Detective Bad at your job. And if you were in lobby number 1 at the time, you were close enough that you should have heard the balloon popping as well.
So,
Well, don't give me a so.
I don't give a shit.
We just proved that there is a flaw in your testimony.
The crackling of the truth is louder than the sound of your sweet naivete cracking. Louder than the cracking of my OBS every time it fucks up.
And so,
And since you
Or
kids
the cracking
don't,
of my knuckles. Ow.
and since you kids don't seem to know, let me fill you in on something more loud than the cracking of massed bones. Did you ever stop to think why the doors and walls of this place seem so rugged? That's because they were designed to keep secrets from being leaked.
What is that supposed to mean?
The doors and walls are super thick. The window panes are double layered. To top it all off, even the curtains are made of a special sound-absorbing material. Jesus fucking Christ! No one's leaking anything!
then you mean...
Since I was shut up inside lobby number 1, there was no way I could have heard that sound.
No!
Gung. I knew that's what he was going to say.
Then that means that Scruffyface's testimony is completely useless! If the rooms are soundproof, then of course he wouldn't hear any sign of a struggle.
That's also why it's only natural that I didn't hear the balloon popping. Now do you get it, kid?
Miles! I thought we were supposed to be the ones finding flaws in his logic. Not the other way around!
Am I Miles asks himself, am I stupid?
The other way around. It's not possible to hear the sound of a balloon popping if one were in lobby number 1. However, if we examine the situation in reverse, the person standing in the hallway should not be able to hear a real gunshot either. And yet, Detective Gumshoe claims to have heard it while he was standing in the hallway. Detective Bad. If that's the case, how exactly did you hear the gunshot?
What do you mean, how? I just did.
It would appear. And you have yet to realize the contradiction in your own words.
Oh? How so?
If the rooms are as soundproof as you say they are, then how did the sound of the gunshot enter your ears?
I see what you mean. I guess I'm more out of it from Faraday's murder than I had thought.
Yep, he did. He's the killer. He's the one. Mods take their knees.
Mods, break his fingers. Mod, use barbed wire to lacerate his whole arm off.
Which means what exactly, Miles? In the end, what does it all boil down to?
Mods, bring in Art the Clown. I watched Terrifier 2 yesterday, and oh my god! Yo, I feel like some films should have warnings. And one of those warnings should be, stab in dick. It's like, I can handle a lot of things. Was not ready for that. It boils down to this. There must be a reason. As to how Detective Batten and Gumshoe heard a gunshot they theoretically couldn't have.
Looks like we need to examine the state of the crime scene again, huh?
The state of the crime scene. Wait! Can it be?
It's that ultra-strong perfume you wear. He spilled some of it.
It's Gumshoe.
1 minute. And way too noisy!
Is this a surveillance video? How could a piece of evidence just disappear? Where did it go?
Now just rashly, calmly think about what happened.
Up!
Oh no, don't tell me. Is this pointing to Callisto doing it? No!
It's simply not possible for the killer to have escaped through barred windows. Yet the fragrance of the perfume managed to escape from defendant lobby number 1. Of course, incorporeal things can move freely through these open barred windows. Ghost trick!
Ghost trick. It
I
always,
miss that game. It always what?
it's always with Neo picking the likely sussy people as
I
culprit.
didn't. I don't mean to do this. Fuck.
It's okay. You have a thing for bad people. I respect that. Cause I have a thing for worst people.
People you already know are bad.
Exactly.
Stella from Hell of a Boss.
That is the sound of a fucking divorce! Oh god, I'm not ready for this show to pick back up and tear me apart. I have a bad feeling about ghost fuckers. I have such a bad feeling about that episode. It gives off a menacing aura.
Based.
Also, tomorrow, new Amazing Digital Circus.
Yeah.
You ready for some existentialism?
Yeah.
Now then, what else besides the smell can go both in and out of an open barred window? The answer is sound. So no matter how careful the killer was, if the windows were open, the jig would be up. And since the windows in both the defendant lobby number 1 and the hallway were open, that explains how the sound of a gunshot could be heard at both locations.
The puzzle is complete.
The missing piece of evidence is a video. That shows the moment in which Mr. Rell killed the embassy staff member. The sound of the gunshot left quite the impression on me when it was played during the trial. This video should have been returned to Mr. Faraday's evidence bag for the recess. And brought back here. If it disappeared after that time, then it's possible that the tape is still here in this room. Check the VCR.
Yep.
Eureka! The evidence that the missing evidence created for me.
That was a weak ass Eureka.
That was the
It's the
weakest
gunshot
Eureka
sound
I've ever heard.
that no one should have been able to hear in the first place.
Eureka.
Miles, what have you been thinking about?
Oh yeah, he literally didn't tell anyone.
Dude literally went on like a Hajime like mind snowboarding episode. While everyone was just like, you good, dude?
The fuck are you doing?
Stop wasting time sinking and let's start looking again!
It's not a waste of time to think. For I've figured out where we should look.
And where would that be?
That would be your mother.
That is a television, sir.
Your mother is a television.
Damn, I didn't know Vox could get pregnant like that.
She has all these channels and still it's time to fuck you. That's a cable joke. I believe we should examine the television.
The TV? Well, you kids have fun. Go ahead and examine whatever you like. Buh, 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 buh.
Nick, are you good?
Say the line. Please say the
I wonder if they get HBO. Oh look, Hasbin Hotel. Oh, wrestling. Neither a nook nor a cranny in sight. And I broke Nick's mind. It's a video player, and there seems to be a videotape inside.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Didn't hear a single thing you said.
The tip must have stopped on a minute. Please.
Oh my god.
7 days!
What the hell?
Pay the fuck attention or I'll make it 7 seconds!
7 minutes.
This could it not be the missing surveillance tape? Why is it showing footage of a well?
I suppose, but
Who's this woman combing her hair? Oh god, is there something coming out of the well? Detective Bad, would it be alright with you if I verified the contents of this video?
Sure, knock yourself out.
Anyone else developing smallpox?
No. Only you, Edgeworth. Only you. I closed my eyes.
That doesn't protect you from the tape!
alright, then let's rewind this and see what we have.
Rewind time.
It's rewind
Ah,
Oh,
That's hard.
oh, that's hot. That's hot.
If I remember correctly, the footage of Rill killing the embassy staff member should be at about 30-minute mark from the start of the tape.
It's ghost trick time. Rewind. 7 minutes before death. I bet Sissel would figure this out.
Edgeworth?
understood. This should be about right. Now then, let's see.
Nah, this is
It's a rewind of NCIS.
Yep.
this is the footage of Mr. Rell shooting the embassy staff member.
I don't know
Ah,
any actors that were on NCIS. Again, this joke has fallen apart.
Ah, live murder.
The missing piece of evidence. The surveillance video was here all along.
The sounds. What's the meaning of this?
This is the barber shop song, the barber shop.
It appears that Detective Bad has figured out the true source of the gunshot he heard. With this, I think we can figure out the trick behind this double murder.
Do you mean that you figured it all out, Zen?
Right,
Yes. All I have to do now.
this rapper.
Is show what the gunshot Detective Bad and Gumshoe heard was. And through where they heard it from. I'm in the room, jackass.
Fine. In that case, show me what you've deduced.
Deduce this.
Now, to show what the gunshot Detective's Bad and Gunshot heard was. And through where they heard it from. Won't rest until I've closed that fucking window. There's a draft. I had different hours of work. They weren't 3 minutes ago. Is this spot still not connected to any evidence I hold? The door and the window to the crime scene, namely this room that we're in, were closed. The killer could have used a gun and no one would have been the wiser.
What the fuck? That's true.
Wait, we're dead? This doesn't
This
look like hell.
This courthouse does seem to be well designed for such a thing, as it
Pulls
were.
out gun. Where's the sexy spider?
Where's my sexy spider?
Where is Ronald Reagan? Wait, no, that implies that Ronald Reagan's a sexy spider. Wait. Those are two separate requests! Now, what happened in reality was... Detective Gumshoe, Detective Bad, and Miss You... all three of them heard the gunshot.
Yep.
Any of that?
Well, the windows in lobby number one, number two, and the hallway were open. So naturally, the people in those locations could hear it.
But then... why would the criminal open the window in the first place?
To allow the gunshot to be heard, I suppose.
Correct, that's the only logical conclusion we can draw from this.
But why was that necessary in the first place? I want a real answer, Miles. I demand satisfaction.
Too bad.
Oh.
Very well, I believe that the killer wanted to manipulate our perception of a certain fact. What was the killer wanted to manipulate our perception of?
When the crime took place.
The killer wanted to fabricate the time of death to their precise wishes. And he used the gunshot on the surveillance video to do so.
So that's why the tape was left running.
You mean the gunshot I heard was from this video?
Yes, which means that the murders really occurred at an earlier time than we thought. Must have been during the recess, but before Detective Gumshoe was on his guard duty. Someone who has no alibi for that time period. And plan this crime out in advance. That person is the real killer.
Oh, hey, fake Meekins.
Mr. Edgeworth! I'm the real Meekins.
No, you're not.
I'm the real Meekins. Yes, I'm the real Meekins. All you other Meekins are just imitating. So who's the real Meekins? I'm the only one standing. Yes, what is it? Miss Yu is asking for you. She's in the courtroom. She says she's identified the murderer, but she wants something clarified.
It looks like Miss Yu is still investigating something.
I guess we will be getting that trial after all.
Understood. Please tell her that I will be right over.
I'll come along. I want to hear what she has to say.
It would appear that the time has come to uncover the truth.
Ah, Neo. Poor Neo.
I don't choose this life.
No, I choose you. Callisto, you.
I'm cursed.
Okay, what are you doing here?
Oh, hello, mister. I'm still investigating.
But the object you're looking for is already...
Kay, don't mind him. Please continue with your investigation.
Okay, you got it.
Detective Bad, haven't we already found what you're looking for?
If it means I can keep her in the dark just a little longer, any little task will do.
Yeah, I don't know why you disappeared.
Oh, you're more sympathetic than I thought.
As we go over to the prosecutor's bench.
Now it's a real trial.
I've been waiting for you, Edgeworth.
Ooh, I love me some evil lawyers in my Ace Attorney series.
Oh, I've also been waiting for the moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest.
This is a moment. Whoops, I went into a German accent. The moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest? Wasn't that when we placed Detective Gumshoe under arrest? I think we've more than solved this case already.
Don't
Don't
think
you?
these metal cue posts attached to the ground. If I threw one at you, it would be over very quickly.
We'll see. It all depends on whether or not your logic holds. Oh, I see. We even have a viewer in the gallery. And, why, even Mr. Bad is here. A viewer in the gallery? I'm hardly just a bystander.
I have a duty to see this case through to the end,
Duty.
no matter how it turns out.
Oh,
Ooh.
is that right? Anyway, I thought you might like to hear what I've slaved away to find out. I've taken statements on every single person's movements during the time when our suspect was in the hallway. I also confirmed that there was no possible route of escape from lobby number 2. Therefore, the killer must without a doubt be Detective Gumshoe!
And that's all you have?
Yeah, that's all there is to my conclusion. In this case.
Sorry, but I beg to differ. In a trial, there is always time for a rebuttal, and we are standing in a court of law. It'd be more than appropriate to follow the rules of court in this case, don't you think?
Busting a gut 24/7.
I'm absolutely like a rookie to think such a thing. But alright, I'll play along and give you a proper testimony.
If my logic is correct, then I've already won. All I have to do now is prove it by showing who the real killer is.
Sand? What?
What? Oh. Everyone, sans the suspect, has an alibi for when the gun went off. It's just another way to say except. Furthermore, the areas around the crime scene have been all thoroughly investigated, right? I also confirmed that there is no possible escape route from lobby number 2. Which leaves us with one unshakable conclusion that Detective Gumshoe is the killer. Now that you have your testimony, I think that's supposed to be a comma.
Yeah.
I expect a good rebuttal, Edgeworth. Instead, it's just, now that I have your testimony, I expect you.
But of course. Ah! Fuck! Ow!
You okay?
Yeah, something just flew into my eye.
Ugh. Bug.
Bastard. There's no need to confront her logic head-on right now. I should apply it directly to her forehead.
Yeah.
I should instead focus on drawing up any trump cards she has up her sleeve. Hold it! A suspect, but I thought Detective Gumshoe's alibi has already been proven.
Are you joking, Edgeworth?
I am not funny.
I assure you, this is no joke.
Look, I know you heard from the judge earlier that the detective was in the hallway with Mr. Faraday's daughter eating a Swiss roll.
Yes, that is correct.
But see, that was 20 minutes before the real gunshot went off, right? And the problem is, there's no one else who can corroborate what he did since the snacking. Ugh, my shoulder snapped.
I see she's done her research well. Which means I should focus on drawing out whatever trump card she's withholding. I said that already. Whether they've been thoroughly investigated or not is not for me to decide.
The scrunched eyebrows and lines on your forehead are back! Anyway, even if you believe it hasn't been exhaustive, the crime scene, lobby number 2, has no way out other than the hallway Detective Gumshoe was standing in. And because he claimed to be there, that makes him the only possible suspect.
But isn't it also possible that someone escaped through a window and into the garden?
That's the first place everyone looks silly. The police aren't a bunch of lazy bums. They looked into every possibility, you know. Isn't that right, Mr. Bad?
Yeah. There wasn't a scrap of evidence to suggest someone used one of the windows. There also weren't any footprints or anything in the courtyard garden.
Suppose they really did check everything. That could be relevant to the case. Hold it! Are you absolutely positive that there is no possible routes of escape?
Of course I'm sure.
And why are you so certain?
This is a courthouse, the place where criminals are brought to be judged. If there was an escape route, I'm sure every criminal would be using it to escape. It's just common sense.
Miles Edgeworth, I suggest you use a bit more of it in the future.
That.
Gah. Hold it! may think it's unshakable, but to me, there are still too many unanswered questions. For example, who was it that placed the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand?
But you're the only one who's still wondering that. Detective Gumshoe probably had no idea which hand Mr. Faraday used to write in. Even if you know someone, it doesn't mean you'll know which hand they write with, right? I mean, I certainly don't care about that sort of thing.
I'm not about to let her get a rise out of me with such a flippant statement. I suppose we've really reached the end now. I have my trump card ready. All that remains is to play it. Before I do, I think I should inquire into a little something about her argument. You said earlier that you can confirm the alibis of every person other than the suspect. However, I don't recall either Francisco or myself speaking with you about the subject.
Ah, but there were witnesses. For you, there is your mentor who gave you an alibi.
see.
As for the little Missy, she came to the courthouse during the recess and was stopped by a security guard at the door to the hallway. She gave him quite a whipping for that, or so I heard.
I'm the daughter of Manfred von Karma, and I will not be forcibly stopped by a guard, or a bailiff, or anyone else.
She is Franziska von Karma. She don't need anyone. Bless you.
Wait, so basically the only reason Franziska bothered to show up today was because she found out that I was to be the replacement prosecutor. By the way, Miss Yu,
What about everyone's alibis before Detective Gumshoe was assigned to guard? Whoops.
That's worth.
I'm stupid.
what about everyone's alibis before Detective Gumshoe was assigned to guard duty? Put your whip down.
What about them?
Have you looked into what people were doing during that span of time?
What kind of idiot do you take me for? It doesn't matter when the killer went into lobby number 2. From the time we heard the gunshot, to the time Mr. Bat and I arrived on the scene as we dashed from lobby number 1. The only person who could have committed the crime was Detective Gumshoe!
Yes, let's talk about when you and Detective Bad heard the gunshot, shall we? Suppose if we go by your logic, the Detective Gumshoe was the only one? However,
Hello,
the
Atlas.
Yeah, let's...
however,
Hey,
what if the crime had occurred At an entirely different time than when the gunshot you heard went off. What then?
Oh.
Hey, there's our objection. Sadly, your explanation is very lacking, Edgeworth. The gunshot we heard in lobby number 1. Care to explain how that could have been fabricated?
Oh yeah, I can.
Wee. That tape?
Oh, she's doing her makeup.
Yeah, she's doing her makeup.
She's doing her eyeliner. The tape.
I like that nervous sprite.
Yeah, she's like, I'm doing something else. Take my mind off it.
Oh my god, she's the only one serving cunt here.
I'm the only one serving cunt here. I'm so embarrassed.
I'm so
Live!
Crochet and knitting.
Bitch, I'm always serving. Yes, it's exactly
Bunch of
what you
lies.
think it is.
Serving what?
Serving cunt.
This is the surveillance tape of Mr. Rell. The prosecution presented in today's trial. This was found loaded in the video player in lobby number 2.
Oh.
That was connected to the large television, and its volume turned all the way up.
You can't honestly mean that the sound we heard was the gunshot in the video.
Why do I always have a favorite character?
Oh, you saw my post.
But I do. Which leads me to my next point. The murder occurred much earlier than anyone heard the gunshot.
That's the only thing I can think
Oh, my
of, too.
bad. Just wedging himself between them.
Move, kid. Pushes Fran.
Get out of the way!
After committing double homicide,
You're squishing me!
the killer took the surveillance video out from the nefarious evidence bag. Ignore her.
Get me
Turned
out
the
of
TV's
here!
volume all the way up, and left the video to play.
Nothing
Hey,
can stop me. I'm all the way up.
I love elevators.
Elevator's my favorite.
You're in a 30-minute elevator, and you're fucking the people in it are just Ace Attorney characters.
If played from the beginning, it would take 30 minutes for the gunshot sound to come on.
My shoulder keeps cracking.
And since we know... No, this is the method of time manipulation is taught. That is better than time manipulation.
Yeah, but
Said. It opens up the possibility that the killer is someone other than Detective Gumshoe.
Sounds from a television doesn't amount to much here. But of course, Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth and Little Miss Von Karma already knew that much from the very beginning, right?
Of course we knew! Didn't we, Miles?
Little Miss Whippity Whip.
Yep.
Yes, of course we knew about the soundproof quality of the courtrooms. I'm not about to admit we had no idea until about only a little while ago.
That's right. If the rooms are soundproof, then we should not have been able to hear it. And yet, we heard the gunshot clear as day.
Okay, Anne.
And
And that's it. End of story.
but it's not.
The window was open. I'm too used to seeing the prosecutor on the right side and the lawyer on the left side.
Mm-hmm.
There is actually one common point between lobby number 1 and number 2. And it is this, that despite the fact that both of these rooms have air conditioners installed, a window was open in each.
Now, who running up the electric bill?
Don't care. Courthouse.
Not my fucking bills.
Exactly.
Hey. We sent all that air for nothing.
Now we know that a window in lobby number 2 was opened by the killer. However, a window in lobby number 1 was also open.
Objection!
It's probably just coincidence that they were both open at the time. Yep.
It was no mere coincidence, I assure you. Why was the window opened in lobby number 1? The answer to that is a certain person did something to cause the window to be open.
He's locked in.
And the person who triggers that action is the real guilty party.
Sorry, Neo.
Why does this always happen to me?
Wow, an evil lawyer? That's rare.
Oh wait, it's the song I have to put in the GIF.
Miss Callisto, you. I hereby formally indict you of the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell.
What? You
Oh!
indict me? Oh no!
Are you serious, Miles? Why do you think she is the killer?
I'm pulling a Phoenix Wright.
Who? I don't understand her motive just yet. But of course I'm serious! Because she's the only one who could have done it! Well, Miss Yu, do you still feel like laughing now?
Of course I do, Edgeworth.
My argument must not be tight enough yet.
Although, I never thought things would spiral into this. But I'll have you know I'm enjoying this dance quite a bit. I guess this means it's time for my own rebuttal now, right?
Get on with it.
They just start fist fighting.
Mortal Kombat!
Dun, dun, dun.
You argue that the window was opened. However, do you have proof it was I who did that?
It's moral combat.
Mortal Kombat. Furthermore, do you have proof that the tape was used in committing the crime? Frankly, I'm shocked at you for going around accusing people of murder like this. Especially with logic as full of holes as yours.
I'll kill you.
This is where the real battle begins.
Shouldn't say that in a court of law.
Idiot Edgeworth.
Bit of a dummy.
There's no judge in here, so...
This is where it really
I
starts.
mean, but I mean, there is a person, a part of the police here.
I mustn't let my guard down for even a second, even if the truth will blow away. Hey, you. $50. You didn't see anything for the next 20 minutes. Righto, sir! Gah! Now, Detective Bad, did you see anything?
No.
Francisca? Holds out murder weapon.
Okay.
Judge, I'm not even in the room. Dead body on the floor. Now's the time to put the patented Von Karma perfect proof to the test.
Von Karma patented it?
Holy Eurobeat.
Objection!
Eurobeat for 1 second, over.
Dun,
exactly.
I'm sure you've seen this before, haven't you, Miss You?
Edgeworth, I never knew you were into wearing that kind of perfume.
Can I actually look at this? Damn it, I can't.
It's not exactly what I'd recommend for boys, you know?
I didn't know you were a bit fruity, Edgeworth.
Makes me think of that one screenshot of Maya like, this place is so fruity.
What? This isn't mine.
That's right. It's mine. And I received it from Detective Bad, you see?
Miss You, we can pretend all you like, but we know at least this much is for sure. What the fuck was that?
Pretty sure that was a water bottle.
You are the one who gave this bottle of perfume to Detective Bad.
And that you're super easy to rile up. So, what about the perfume? Slap face go crazy.
Give me Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, the deluxe edition with all the concept art and remixed music. Eurobeat objection.
While you were in lobby number 1, you made a big show of spilling some of this perfume.
Well, it's the big show.
How did you know my joke?
Cause I like the big show.
Oh yeah, name every heel turn.
Duh!
Actually impossible. The man has turned heel so many times and turned face so many times. That man flips like a pancake at a Waffle House at lunchtime. That's according to Detective Bad. I'm pretty sure he literally turned heel and face within the same night one time.
What the fuck?
Oh, I know.
You also knew that if you spilled it, it would naturally be moved. It would naturally be moved to open a window.
Objection.
Come now,
Something
I've already
offensive.
told you that it's all just a big coincidence. After we opened the window in lobby number 1, I just left it open, you know? So maybe it was just dumb luck that we heard the gunshot through the window.
But your honor, that's unfair.
No.
No.
The timing of when you are going to spill the perfume is something you can control. And the most important fact about this case is when people were made to hear the shot. Furthermore, it would have been pointless if you didn't have an alibi for yourself at the time.
You mean?
Yeah, missed you. You're the one who called Detective Bad into Lobby 1. When you saw him bring Detective Gumshoe into the hallway. Is that correct?
Pointing.
All of today's premeditated events could have only been thought up by you, Miss You!
Girl, you fucked up your makeup.
You accuse me of murder on the fact that I spilled a little perfume? Well, allow me to say this much. I couldn't have killed Mr. Faraday.
Would you care to testify as to why?
Look, I've had a lot of fun today, really. But I grow weary of this game of cat and mouse. Let's make this the last testimony and wrap up this absurd case once and for all. Accusing someone of murder over a spilled bottle of perfume is a bit over the top. I suppose forgery of evidence is to be expected of a disciple of Von Karma.
Low fucking blow, you.
In any case, it simply could not have been me who killed Mr. Faraday. After all, I don't even know where the knife was that was used to kill him. Came from... I forgot the last words.
Miles, her testimony is flawless.
Yes, but no matter what sort of trick she may pull, she won't escape me. And if I'm lacking information, I'll just draw it out of her. I'm borrowing your whip.
That.
Hold it! At this rate, she'll inevitably escape. If she really was the one who killed Mr. Faraday. Then she must have known about the existence of the knife. I'm sorry, Miss Yu. Maybe you weren't aware. However, the knife that was used to kill Mr. Faraday was taken from his evidence bag.
Miles, what do you think you're doing?
Boring trial.
Damn, bring Phoenix here. He'll get this child bumping.
I'm drawing the trial. Drawing the truth out of her. That's what I'm doing.
Huh? But I don't recall a knife being presented at the trial earlier today.
Well, I suppose that's because the evidence was something Mr. Faraday had yet to use.
So that's what you're trying to do. Look, why don't you cut it out with the lies? I've already figured you out. There was no knife inside Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. The only evidence he had yet to present was the key the Yatagrasu had sent. And unless a key can magically turn into a knife, you really don't have a leg to stand on. Oh, lady, if only you knew. Did you really think you could trap me? Come now, be honest.
Hey, watch this shit out.
Oh
It's a
my
key.
god.
It's a knife.
Holy fuck.
It's a medical bill!
Oh,
Oh fuck, get it on ice. I never intended to do such a thing. It was all a misunderstanding on my part.
boo. Job application.
In any case, I wonder if you might append what you just said in your testimony.
Sure. Why not? I'll even say it as many times as you'd like.
Read it, Neo.
There was a key in his evidence bag. But you can't kill anyone with a simple key.
Oh yeah!
Try me.
You done fucked up, you.
Miss Yu, I wonder if you might take a look at this photo for me. This is a picture of the key that the Yatagrasu sent to the police. However, while it may look like a key at first glance, it is in fact has a secret ability to transform into a knife. Which means what's inside Miss Faraday's bag, Mr. Faraday, was both the Yatagarasu's key and the murderous knife. You knew that the key was inside Mr. Faraday's bag, did you not?
Wait, what? Oh. Sorry,
Yes. That's fine. I mean, that's all I had to say, so you can probably put it back to...
Yeah, true.
Well, with Yatagarasu's key alone, it's more than possible to kill Mr. Faraday.
Objection!
Oh.
You good? Well, I still haven't had a good look at it. Showing it to me from that far away? You could be lying for all I know.
You would, even now, still feign in ignorance.
I'm not feigning anything. But we can't have you accusing me of a crime with false evidence now, can we? I mean, Mr. Von Karma, I've heard some very interesting rumors about him.
Ah, are you mocking my papa?
Yes, good. Attack her.
Alright, Palpatine.
Do it.
Do it. Kill him.
Don't you dare sully the good name of my mentor. Now take a good look. This piece of evidence is more than real.
Wow. Who knew there was such a trick to this thing?
Wow.
Wow.
Are you satisfied now? Of course you knew from the very beginning, didn't you? You knew the knife and the Yatagrasu key are one and the same. Otherwise, someone like you, who isn't a member of the law enforcement and who... would never have been privy to this trick, would have never known about it to begin with. Furthermore, there's something that the Yatagrasu sent the police. How did you have knowledge as to what it was?
Actually, I heard it from Mr. Faraday. Just before he dragged Mr. Rell off, he told me. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. He also told me about the key turning into a knife at that time. But he didn't tell me about how the key actually transforms.
What you're saying is simply not possible.
Oh? Then why not?
Because Mr. Faraday himself didn't know about the hidden knife within the key. For within these pages, he mentions nothing about a knife.
Objection.
Huh? I'm not sure he would have written everything in his organizer, you know? Wouldn't something of this importance be better left to oral communication?
Objection!
Unfortunately, that is also important. Impossible.
He's locked in again, Chad.
Yeah.
TJ cameo.
Because Detective Pat didn't know about the knife aspect either. TJ is online. Would have been highly classified information, even within the police force. And it's something that even the lead detective on the case didn't know. Why would Mr. Faraday have felt the need to share such information with the opposition?
Yeah, I guess he wouldn't have much of a reason to. Looks like I have a pretty lame excuse, huh?
How can you laugh at a time like this?
She probably just realized the flaw in her logic, and is actually in a panic over it. But that's not something we need to concern ourselves with.
I suppose you're right. Miss you. I'd like to state that I also know that you know the real nature of the knife.
Do you now? Well, why don't you put your money where your mouth is and show me?
Damn.
Pay me. Pay me first.
Okay.
Phone notification goes off.
Atlas, what is this?
Oh, I will. I'll wipe that smile off your face by the time we're through. This is it. The moment of truth. The secret deed behind the Yatagrasu key. Only one person would have the knowledge of it from the get-go. Who would know from the start of the Yatagrasu's key would change into the knife?
The Yatagarsu.
The Mets.
No.
The Mets, baby, love the Mets.
There's only one person who would have known about the dual nature of the key.
And that is?
And that is the person who sent the Yatagrasu key to the police.
What? 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 The fuck?
I gotta... Also, I think her breakdown's coming up.
That is to say, the Yatagrasu herself!
Before that,
What?
Huh?
okay, so my theory can't be right.
Are you saying that this lawyer is a great thief, Yatagarsu?
Holy shit.
Holy shit, dude.
Well, I'm not saying they aren't a banned Yu-Gi-Oh card.
No.
Miss You! You used Mr. Rel to lure Mr. Faraday into a trap, didn't you? You, who profess to bear a grudge against criminals. Why? Why do something like this?
What a thought. You... A stupid rookie prosecutor would see through me! You're sending the biggest chill down my spine right now, Edgeworth!
Spine chill game.
This feeling of thrill, it's even greater than when I sneak into someplace.
You killed Faraday? Why?
You!
Answer me, Callisto, you!
You.
Callisto, you. Huh.
What?
That what?
What?
That's not my real name.
Phantom?
It's gonna be Emily.
Because my real identity is... Yes. The great thief Yatagrasu.
Well, off to hang myself.
Let me tell you something, Edgeworth. Mr. Faraday was one difficult man to deal with. For you see, he had discovered my true identity. Which is why I had to erase him from the world of law. I made Rel an offer, an acquittal for a little favor in return. All he had to do was accuse Mr. Faraday of being the Yatagrasu in court.
Faraday was like, what the fuck is happening?
But once we entered the recess, Rel was dragged off by Mr. Faraday. Which threw my plan into a complete mess. I chased after them and eavesdropped on them through a crack in the door. That Rel caves only two things. I think it's supposed to be craves, not caves. Oh
Nah,
no, it says
yeah,
caves too.
yeah, caves too.
Because if it was just caves, then it was craves.
Caves too!
That Rel caves to only two things. Money and authority. Just as all thugs do. I feared my plan was going to be ruined if Mr. Faraday held on to Rel any longer. Plus, if I had let them continue on the way they were, I would have been found out. That's why I had no choice. I had to kill them both.
say that you despise criminals?
But I do. But do I really?
You? Have you forgotten about the KG8 incident too?
We back the license plates.
Maybe.
What sort of woman would?
So then, was it your plan to kill Mr. Faraday with the very evidence that you'd sent?
Well, I had a good idea of what Mr. Faraday was going to do. I anticipated that Mr. Faraday was going to prove that Rel wasn't the Yatagrasu by using this Yatagarasu's key as evidence, and that he would bring it with him. Which is why I thought to use the knife portion. With a weapon as well disguised as this, no one would be the wiser. Because who in their right mind would think something like this could be a weapon? I casually entered lobby number 2 on the pretext that I had to talk with Mr. Faraday. And in order to get in with him, I pretended to be worried about something. He then let me hold the Yatagarasu's key, just like that. He never noticed that I had changed the key into a knife inside that plastic bag. And he didn't have the chance to take note of the knife that took his life.
Damn. How could you kill him?
I knew him for a long time, you know. At the very least, I thought to give him a quick and painless death.
Bitch, you stabbed me with a knife. That ain't quick nor painless. The plot begins.
But if you killed Mr. Faraday first, there was no need for you to kill Mr. Rel as well.
I believe I mentioned why when we were placing Detective Gumshoe under arrest. Something about having accidentally created an eyewitness. And how that led to the killer to think about setting them up as though they kill each other.
Then the trick was the surveillance tape.
Yes, I hadn't actually planned to use a gun. The risk was too high that I'd be caught. However, that's when I remembered the existence of that surveillance tape. Which is why I had Rel help me set up the crime scene. And after all was said and done, I rewarded him for all his hard work with a bullet.
You're a defense attorney, aren't you? How could you? How could you betray a client?
Client? If you want to talk about who was a client of who's first, it was me. I was the client in the murder of the Cadopian Embassy staff member, Deadman!
What? You order a hit job?
You still haven't figured it out, Mr. Bad. I had Deadman killed because he was about to give away info about the smuggling ring.
What?
Now, who exactly do you think would benefit from such an assassination?
It can't be. You're...
That's right. I'm a member of the smuggling ring.
What?
It all leads back to the smuggling ring.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Fortnite leads back to the smuggling ring.
You don't mean... Oh.
You don't mean you're working with many coaching too, do you?
Maybe, maybe not. Guess you'll never know.
The Yatagarsu claims to be noble, but you're just another cold-blooded murderer!
That's right. Whoops. That's right, little girl. The Yatagrasu is just another killer.
Be quiet, you!
Yatagrasu. You can run from the law, but you'll never escape it. Just so humbly accept the judgment of this court.
Hey, Edgeworth. Did you know? The Yatagrasu has 3 legs. Do you know why that is? No? Well, let me tell you. It means that the Yatagrasu has more than one razor-sharp way to do her work.
Ah!
Ah! Ah! Duck, duck. You really are too naive, Edgeworth. You even handle the Yatagarasu's key right to me without a second thought. Everything may not have gone according to plan, but I'll still gladly take it.
You mean to kill? The key was your real target?
And even after I gave you such great advice, didn't I tell you to always keep a good eye on a criminal? Or you may regret what comes of your negligence.
You two, get down!
Oh my god, Edgeworth, no.
Edgeworth, this isn't time for your PTSD!
No, he's gonna get Von Cartmud.
Buddy,
He's
I
gonna
can't
get
move.
shot in the shoulder.
Hey, mister! To your right!
Oh god.
Ew!
Wee.
Oh, Kay fucking pulled him
he's
out.
okay.
Kay fucking pulled him out of it.
Yeah.
Or he just toppled over.
No,
Yeah.
no, she pulled him out of it.
Are you alright, Francisca?
I'm perfectly fine, Miles.
Her voice is shaking. Looks like she's unharmed. Where did Kay go?
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Uh-oh.
I'm worried.
It's
Kill
a
the
real
child.
deal.
Oh, did Bad get killed?
Oh no, bad.
Shit.
Poor
I know
Kay's gonna get
Oh,
traumatized
look,
again.
I get the, I know what really is gonna happen. But that said, I am all of me.
Dope.
That's a Shadow the Hedgehog joke. AKA, shoot the child, shoot the child, shoot the child, shoot the child!
Is she gonna kill K2?
It's a gunshot. I'm going to be so upset when the Sonic movie doesn't shoot the child.
Oh boy. Oh, okay.
Sorry, but it looks like she got away.
Okay.
I called the priest and they should have a perimeter set up soon.
Did another hole get added to the jacket?
Detective Bad, are you alright? I heard a gunshot.
I'm okay. Just got another hole
Yep.
in my jacket.
Yep.
Dude, you need to retire.
Yeah. He's seen some shit.
Just another hole in my jacket. Oh, that one has blood on it. Oh no, that one has blood on it. You may say he's fine, but he looks quite shaken.
But more importantly, boy, I mean, Mr. Edgeworth, Ms. Von Karma, are you two hurt?
I'm absolutely fine.
I'm also alright, thanks to Kay.
Speaking of Kay, where is she?
I don't know, she just sort of disappeared.
I'll go look for her. Oh, and hey, Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir, Detective Bad, sir!
I'm sorry I doubted you.
You're right, you were right to do so. Objectively, even. I got a stinky poo-poo ass. Don't worry, sir. It's not your fault.
Oh, okay, you're fired.
Well, I lied to you guys too, after all.
I heard
about what happened. Oh.
I heard about what happened from Kay. Lying while giving testimony is still unforgivable. But in this case, you were protecting Kay and her feelings. Looks like you just might have what it takes to be a real detective. Now, don't you ever lose that detective spirit, okay?
You got it, Pops!
Pops? Not one too many detective dramas recently, have we?
No, I'm actually his father. I'm proud of him. I'm a proud dad.
Way to single-handedly destroy the cheery atmosphere with one snarky comment.
I should get back to the investigation. I swear, I'll catch you if it's the last thing I do.
And it would be. Be careful, Detective Bad, and take care.
Thanks. Well, I'm off. Maybe we'll run into each other again someday.
So, thanks a bunch, pal. You're the best. You really did find out the truth behind everything. Yes, well, I'm glad we solved everything before you were taken to prison.
What do you want?
I can't believe how much trouble I caused you with my testimony, Detective Gumshoe. It's no problem, really. I mean, I do, so it doesn't help anything. Not really your fault, Your Honor.
Well, even if we didn't have his honest testimony, I think that lawyer would have found another way to get you convicted on her behalf.
Yeah, I couldn't believe I was about to get fired during my first week as a detective. Well, so long as you're not fired.
He says this as he cuts his salary daily.
Yep.
You should work hard, give all that you have, and perform your duties well.
And if you don't do that, then there
will
goes your
fucking
monthly
end you.
pay.
And if you don't, I'll fucking end you. I know your bank account number, bitch. Oh, and one more thing. Kay left a present for you with me. She did? Oh, what is it? What was it Kay left for me to prove that their friendship?
The Swiss roll.
It's a courthouse special Swiss roll! Can I really have it? Yes, it's a present meant for you after all. Thank God this is the only meal I've had in a week. Thanks a bunch. You have no idea how happy this makes me, pal.
I'm sick and tired of eating.
This right now.
I'm sick and tired of eating ramen.
Nope.
Sure, go ahead.
Be careful now, you'll choke.
He just looks at him with hungry eyes. I still hunger. Swiss roll. The Swiss rolls Detective Gumshoe and Kay bought together. While the one Kay saved never reached her father, it would appear that her sentiments have touched the heart of this detective.
He's so happy. It's as though he's having a welcome back celebration of his own.
Well, I was asked by Kay to give it to him. I fulfilled my contractual obligation.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good, pal. Where'd my hands go?
Oh.
I can't believe I got to eat 2 of these delicious things in one day. It's like I'm in a Swiss roll paradise or something. Gotta thank Kay myself. Hey, wait. Where'd she go?
She's in your trench coat.
You only noticed just now. Was his mind not present when we discussed her earlier? Detective Bad left to go search for her earlier. Maybe you should go join him.
Kill him.
Yeah, you betcha, pal. I'm gonna go help him. Oh, but first.
Yes.
You know what, pal? Guess I shouldn't be so rude to you anymore. I'm gonna stay right by your side from now on, Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
Oh god.
You've turned me into a Castlevania character. I sense nothing but the most troublesome relationship from that ominous statement.
Oh, you have no idea.
Soma Cruz, but red.
We
No.
should go home too, Miles. We have to hurry and report what has happened to Papa.
I need my bullet change, Miles.
Yes, father. Agreed. Well, I'm afraid we must be going now, Detective. Roger, sir! And don't you worry, I'll investigate the next case we're on real well, like. I'll be counting on you. The scent of trouble is definitely in the air. And gay. Thus, like a bad dream, my first outing at court came to a disturbing end.
A few months later, I will have to deal with a big booby bitch and a guy that's addicted to coffee.
A few months later, I was finally able to properly stand in court as a prosecutor. But the detective in charge of the investigation was, as I dreaded, Detective Gumshoe.
And our defendant died.
After that, he became my direct subordinate. I've tried, but words fail to describe the immeasurable suffering he has caused me.
Just roll with the punches.
But I suppose that's just how things are. In Night Springs. As for the little girl who suddenly disappeared, she's now... Ah!
So, do you remember now?
Oh Christ, no! I remember everything.
I do
so,
not.
Kay, why are you pretending to be the
Hey,
Yatagrasu?
it's been a while.
Yeah.
Kay! You sure grew up a lot. I remembered everything too. You know, take it over.
Of course, but thank goodness, I thought you two had totally forgotten about me. Well...
You know, I was really worried about you after all that. Where you been all this time?
Gummy, I didn't know you cared. After my father died, I went to go live with my mother's relatives. They lived really far away, so I wasn't really able to come back here all that much.
Oh, is that what happened? Oh, I'm glad you're alright.
So, does it all make sense now?
No.
Ace Attorney is like the Saw series. We always have to time travel back in time to figure out
You
the
betcha it
context.
does.
Oh, you know what? I was going through my father's bookshelves recently and...
Actually, there are still a number of things that don't make sense, Kay. Huh? First of all, why did you come all this way to see me? And second, why are you calling yourself the Yatagrasu? The Yatagrasu is Callisto, you, the woman who killed your father.
No, you're wrong. The real Yatagarsu was my father!
What?
What?
Unless Callisto Yu was a copycat.
I guess.
Mr. Verde was the Yatagrasu!
Like I said, I was going through my father's bookshelf recently. And I found a secret diary hidden among his books. I have no regrets in choosing to walk the path of the Yatagarsu. That was written in his diary, and that's how I know for sure. Even Edgeworth is confused.
But that's impossible!
What's with that look? You don't believe me?
No! It wasn't just the expression on my face. I clearly said it was impossible just now.
Alright then, how do you explain this?
It's a way of disarming any security system of the user's choosing.
Yep, that's a little thief. Truth be told, this is the Yatagarasu's greatest secret. And this little gizmo was used by my father. God, Ron, you need to step up your fucking thief game.
Wow! Mr. Faraday wasn't just a great prosecutor, he was really a great thief, huh?
Yeah, my father worked really hard to steal the truth. But he was killed, and the Yatagarsu was no more. But despite that, the Yatagarsu has been spotted again recently.
I'm guessing this is kind of like a Reaper thing where it's multiple people.
Someone other than you.
Here, Mr. Edgeworth. Take a look at this article.
The Yatagrasu sent the embassy a calling card.
Yeah, meaning this person's a fake! I'm almost certain that Callisto Yu lady is behind this. Because the real Yatagarsu would never send something like a gaudy card out.
Yeah, so she is a copycat.
Ultimate copycat killer, ultimate copycat killer, ultimate copycat killer.
Imagine Callisto being the fucking Phantom.
The Yatagrasu did send a white card alongside anything that to be publicized.
The Phantom wouldn't fuck up that.
Bad told me 7 years ago, if memory serves.
Well, as soon as I heard the news, I got all wound up, and I knew I couldn't just let it go. So I searched you out, so I could obtain the truth behind the Yatagarsu. Because if anyone can help me find it, I figure it's you, Mr. Edgeworth. The years have not been kind to you, Edgeworth.
So you're saying that I have your father's and Mr. Yu's identities backwards?
Yes, because the real Yatagarsu is noble to the end. I want to revive the real noble Yatagarsu. If I don't, my father would never be able to rest in peace. Huh. I guess Kay and Kazuma got something in common. Neo,
What?
I have a theory.
What?
A game!
What if Kei's ancestor is
Kei.
Kazuma?
You're so honorable.
Eh. I doubt it. But it could be a fun theory.
That would make Kei and Phoenix distant cousins. Oh my god, wait a minute. That would make sense actually, because they're both
I don't
birds.
care what anyone else thinks. I'll always be here to cheer you on, pal. Get this chat to be over already. Even if you are honorable, a thief is a thief. And if you're plotting to commit a crime, then I'm afraid I cannot be complicit. Mr. Edgeworth. Guys aren't making it easy for me. Who am I supposed to support now?
Mr. Edgeworth,
Bets, baby, the bets, love the bets.
what I want from you is not to steal something. What I want is the rest of that evil woman.
That evil woman, you mean Callisto you?
I think it's too hard for me to catch her all by myself. But I thought that since you were able to expose her for who she is, then maybe... Please, Mr. Edgeworth, won't you help me? Looks like today's your lucky day. I'm in a giving mood today.
Come to think of it, I do believe I owe you.
Huh? Owe me for what?
Oh.
Yeah?
Discord?
Oh.
When Miss You made her escape, it was you who saved my life. Furthermore, you helped me with the investigation today. I'm not so rude as to leave favors unrepaid.
Then you mean...
Yes.
God, no
That
wonder...
case has been weighing down my soul ever since that fateful day.
No wonder you got bags under your eye. Jesus, fuck.
Perhaps the time has come to settle things once and for all. And do not involve any more two-letter number combinations. If you don't intend to sully your hands in a crime, then I believe I can help you.
Mr. Edgeworth, thank you!
Yay, Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Isn't that great, Kay?
Yeah, it sure is, Gummy!
I'm gonna commit one whole crime.
Just to get it out of my system.
Even though he had just completely forgotten about her until just now.
I'm not used to having friends.
Ugh. What's with that chummy relationship? The great thief Yatagrasu. After all that time, the true identity of the thief sank back into the darkness. Bryn Faraday, Callisto U, and Kay Faraday. Then the phantasmagorical changing identity of the great thief Yatagrasu.
The Phantom.
No, it's Phantasmagoria. I heard that, Curtis. Not a single one of you are gonna get that reference because it's like a fucking 20-year-old Let's Play at this point. Of a user who has fallen from grace.
Ah.
Not in the modern way of that, actually. More the traditional sense.
I'm not sure what that means.
Me neither.
They have a lot of mental health problems and have
Uh,
been rather notorious in not getting help.
That sucks.
If you're familiar with the name Spoonie. But his Let's Play of Phantasmagoria 2 is absolutely legendary, though. I heard that, Curtis. And the Yatagarasu's real goal. It would all come to light the day after I made that promise to Kay.
End?
The end. There we
Yeah.
go. I need a minute. Alright.
Thanks, achievement. We're gonna watch the fucking preview real quick.
Final case.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm about to light someone on fire like a fucking mat. Oh, wait a minute!
Nick, put the gun down!
One of the Black Raven.
One of the Black
One of the
Raven.
Black Raven. I'm one of the White Raven. We showed these in reverse order for some reason. A country torn in two. One to the west. And one to the east. Who knows which split are made whole again? The truth will reveal itself. Burn it down!
Hot! It's Yatagrasu! The Yatagrasu is here!
Oh, just
Red.
a bird lady. Oh, piss. You, accursed Yatagrasu. Kay, you!
8 hours earlier.
Oh, he's taking a little sip of his tea.
Save the game.
What do you think I'm trying to do? I can't! Wait, I can't!
Alright, it's so nice, almost dreamlike, to finally have the chance to relax and sip some tea. Especially
Please.
after what a whirlwind the past few days have been.
Please.
It's gonna come crashing through the window.
Can I
When
say?
return flight, I was dragged into a case involving an Interpol agent's murder. Next day, I investigated kidnapping and a murder at the Gatewaterland theme park. Watergate joke. Later that night, a detective's dead body welcomed me back to my office. And then I remembered a wholesale unrelated murder.
Yuck.
Along with a thief who came out to pilfer files related to a case from 10 years ago. Fucking Christ end! How do I manage to find myself in the middle of so many cases back to back?
I don't know, but I want to save it for next time, please?
But at least I have today. All I ask is to be allowed to spend it quietly.
You will not.
For the love of God, please.
Oh my
Just stop
god.
it here! Just stop it here! You have a save before!
I don't want to go back, though.